And a few showers all across central and west Alabama this afternoon. Those are fading away tonight. Your local forecast here in just a few minutes.
The annual Beat Auburn, Beat Hunger food drive kicked off today at the University of Alabama. We'll tell you how the community can get involved. And a popular park in West Tuscaloosa is set to get some major renovations. WVUA 23 News starts right now.
This is WVUA 23 News.
And we're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Jabari Pruitt. Our big story tonight is the weather. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott is here. And Richard, we saw some rain this afternoon, but what can we expect going into tomorrow?
Jabari, it's going to be dry for the most part heading into tomorrow. Not everybody got the rain today, but some of us getting a passing shower. Hey, rain cooled 76 in Tuscaloosa. We got 82 back in Jasper, and a lot of cloud cover across central and south Alabama. Some rain down to the south of us today. But again, one little thunder shower coming right over the Tuscaloosa area, really soaking us down here in town. But again, a lot of people unfortunately missing out on that rain. We've got 72 at 10, 71 just after midnight. Going to be nice overnight, Jabari, but the weekend mighty hot. Upper 80s on Saturday and Sunday. Lots of sunshine. A lot cooler next week. Look at that local forecast here in just a few minutes.
3. Thank you.
And Tuscaloosa city leaders held a groundbreaking ceremony for the renovation of Burrell Odom Park. The park has been part of the West End community for years and was renamed back in 2015 after the late Tuscaloosa City Councilman Burrell Odom. Today marks the revival of the place that was a vision for the neighborhood.
Oh, it means everything. I mean, this park has been, has needed so much renovations done over the years, and it's a community park, and we want it to be a place where people can come and gather and have fun and just interact with one another.
Now, the park is scheduled to be updated and ready for children by 2025. Well, the 77th annual Tuscaloosa Toys for Tots application will soon be open. Applications will be accepted beginning at midnight on October 15th and will remain open until all slots are filled. Sponsors ask those who complete an application to use their real name, a valid email address, and a working phone number. Visit Tuscaloosa-al.toysfortots.org to apply. Well, attendance at the Focus 50 Plus in Northport has increased since it opened back in June, but there's still room for more people to join. Focus 50 Plus holds weekly events for citizens over the age of 50 and serves meals daily for people over 60. Now, there was not much participation when the program started, but they've added new events and to bring in more people. Now, these events include bingo, Bible studies, technology tutoring, and birthday parties. Now, visitors love that they can come in and make new friends.
Focus 50 Plus has a huge impact on someone's life. We offer meals, they can be impacted in many ways based on their needs. We help avoid loneliness when they come to the centers. There's so many things that are of value to someone's life.
Now, there's still plenty of room for new people to come in and have meals and take part in the events. Now, Harshman advises new members to come around 9:30 a.m. so they can fellowship before lunch. Well, the Beat Auburn, Beat Hunger food drive started today. WVUA 23's Paisley Roberts has more information about how you can help beat Auburn. Paisley.
That's right, Jabari. Beat Auburn, Beat Hunger is a friendly competition the schools do each year leading up to the Iron Bowl. It's designed to raise money for local food banks.
This is a 7-week-long food drive where students and faculty can bring in food donations or donate money. All of the donations collected from the University of Alabama will go to the West Alabama Food Bank, and all of the donations Auburn collects will go to the East Alabama Food Bank.
Although it's a competition, it's a friendly competition, at the end of the day, we're just trying to beat hunger and really try to raise the most amount of money and food for the state of Alabama as a whole.
There will be barrels set up around campus for the next 7 weeks so students can drop off donations. Collecting will end on November 21st, just in time for the Iron Bowl. There has been $1,000 raised so far, but Hahn expects physical donations to start pouring in soon.
So we take it directly towards the West Alabama Food Bank, and they store it, and a lot of times they'll disperse it to other smaller food pantries or smaller food banks, or just kind of throughout the community to people who need them.
Alabama falls behind other states when it comes to food insecurity, so Hahn says doing fundraisers throughout the year can help change that.
On Monday, Governor Ivey kicks off the campaign at the state capitol. Representatives from both schools will be there, and the governor will make donations to both. Jabari.
Paisley, thank you. Another week of Football Friday night. Tonight at 10:30, our sports team will be covering high school games all over the area. Our game of the week is Hillcrest at Tuscaloosa County High. We'll have highlights from Hueytown at Northridge and Sips Valley at Northside. We'll also be at Selma at Hale County and Fairfield at Holt. Well, Congresswoman Terry Sewell was in Fairfield today. She presented an $850,000 check to Miles College and President Bobby Knight to improve safety within the campus and surrounding community. The funding will increase lighting on campus, upgrade security cameras, invest in broadband-enabled security devices, and pay for new public safety vehicles. And news coming out of Fayette County, the Fayette Career Center will be sponsoring a job fair and Career Day. Now, all members of the public and high school juniors and seniors are encouraged to attend. Now, several employers will be present and hiring for a variety of positions. Now, the Job Fair and Career Day will be held on Thursday, October 10th from 10 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. at the Vernon City Complex. Well, the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office has a new position available, and they're looking to hire a part-time animal control officer. This position was just added to the budget this year. There are currently 2 full-time officers and 1 part-time officer, but there's a need for 1 more person. The Sheriff's Office says there are a lot of animal control calls every day, so hiring someone part-time will help a lot. Now, there's a wide range of calls such as injured animals and animal cruelty cases.
And then what we have in the county is called dogs running at large. You know, there's certain rules and regulations that you have for dogs being on a leash or fenced in, not just running around freely. And then you also have the issues with dog bites, which falls under what we call the Emily's Law. So they have a lot of things that they do. And so adding another person, even part-time, is going to be extremely helpful.
Now, if you're interested in this position, you can go by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office to start the application process. Well, Stillman College is opening its campus to the Tuscaloosa community next week. The HBCU will have its 3rd National Night Out on Tuesday. Admission is free, and there will be live entertainment along with children activities. This event will run from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. Well, coming up, Hurricane Helene's damage may affect more than just the southeast. We'll tell you what supply shortages may cause. And port workers are back to work today after a 4-day strike. We'll have details of their agreement when we come back. And after a 4-day strike, port workers were back on the job today. This after a tentative deal was reached. The union agreed to extend its contract with Maritime Alliance to January 15th of next year. The original contract expired Monday. This new agreement includes an annual $4 per hour raise for the 6-year contract. An outstanding issue is restrictions regarding the use of fully automated equipment in the workplace. The tentative deal still needs to be completed and ratified by the ILA rank and file members. Well, just over a week ago, Hurricane Helene slammed into Florida, destroying cities and towns along the Gulf Coast. Now, the storm then raged northward and inflicted widespread devastation across 6 states, killing more than 200 people. The devastation in North Carolina is also impacting an extremely important corner of the tech industry. Ivan Rodriguez has more.
On the outskirts of Spruce Pine, North Carolina, a town of less than 2,200 people, are 2 mines that produce the world's purest quartz.
These mines in this little town are responsible for 80 to 90% of the crucibles that are used by the semiconductor manufacturing industry to make silicon chips.
Because of the destruction and damage from Hurricane Helene, it could take weeks for the mines to be operational again, let alone rebuilding communities devastated by the storm so specialized employees can return to work. David Bader says this could lead to disruptions in the supply chain.
This will have an impact in our chips, and it could substantially add the delays to the processes, and that means delays in consumer products that use these chips, and also driving the cost to consumers higher.
During the last global chip shortage in 2021, caused by the pandemic, car manufacturers were building nearly complete cars, but without the chips to power critical features, they couldn't be shipped. Although some chip manufacturers may have several weeks' supply of high-purity quartz in order to continue production, a longer shutdown paints a grim picture.
Any disruption, such as this event from Hurricane Helene is causing, may have profound impacts for potentially months to come.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Both companies that operate the mines say there's no timeline when operations will resume. Their main focus is making sure their employees and families are safe. Well, former President Donald Trump is returning to the site of his first assassination attempt for a rally less than 3 months after the failed assassination attempt. Now, Trump will be at the Farm Show property in Butler, Pennsylvania tomorrow. He'll be joined by the Tesla CEO Elon Musk, family members of the man who was killed during the assassination attempt, running mate J.D. Vance, and members of the GOP Congress.
And our local weather going to be hot and dry this weekend. Upper 80s are back. Your local forecast after the break. Karma forecast every day on Rock 106.3 FM. And start you off live this evening. This is the Algo traffic camera over in Vernon, Lamar County, looking at the intersection of Highway 17 and Highway 18 there in central Lamar County. Skies are mostly cloudy, but no rain at that camera location. Let's go to our Demopolis camera in North Marengo County. This is the Buzzard cam looking off towards the southwest towards the Tombigbee River, and that snakes around to the Demopolis Lock and Dam. The temperature right now of 80 in Demopolis with a cloudy sky. Lots of cloud cover here in Tuscaloosa as well this afternoon. Currently 76, rain cooled where that shower popped up right over the Tuscaloosa area. Temperatures were in the middle 80s earlier this afternoon, but all the rain's gone. So for local high school football happening tonight, our weather is looking pretty good. Here's temperatures now 76 again in Tuscaloosa there, 80 in Demopolis and Linden area. But again, all over central Alabama, it's warm here. And temperatures will gradually fall off tonight. 82 Jasper and 83 the warm spot over in Haleyville. A little more sunshine in that part of northern Alabama. Look at the rain to the south, though. Parts of Clark and Monroe County down to Mobile and Baldwin County. A lot of rain for today. Here's a look at that high school football forecast tonight. 7 o'clock, 75. 73 halftime. Fourth quarter, 72. Mostly cloudy. And our forecast heading into our Saturday. Going to be a warm day out there. Again, temperatures out there in the mid-60s at daybreak. We're up to around 83 or so by lunchtime. 3 o'clock, 88. So going to be quite a warm weekend. No rain to talk about. Only a few passing clouds for tomorrow, but most of the clouds begin to get out of here for tonight. And here's that weekend. Again, 88 for tomorrow and on Sunday. Going to be dry this weekend. No rain coming up for the next 7 days. Looking pretty dry out there. And in the tropics, got disturbed weather in the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean quiet, but Atlantic very busy now. We have Hurricane Kirk, which is still a Category 4 storm there in the central Atlantic, clear eye wall feature, and that is moving northwestward. Also have Leslie, which is a tropical storm that will stay out to sea. Closer to home now, more of a concern of this thing in the Gulf of Mexico. Now a good chance this will become a tropical storm next week. It's going towards Florida, the peninsula, not the panhandle. That'll be closer to Tampa and Orlando. So here's our temperatures. Quite warm tomorrow and Sunday, turning much cooler next week. We got lows in the lower 50s by Monday night and Tuesday night. That is quite welcome locally. But again, the 7-day, lots of sunshine for Monday and Tuesday as well as on Wednesday. I do expect those overnight lows to drop quite a bit next week with that lower humidity and light north wind. Really going to feel nice around the region. And I do expect the nice overnight weather to continue through Thursday and on Friday. That is a look at your local forecast update.
Hi, I'm Dr. Milady Murphy for this week's Your Personal Best. Too much screen time taxes the muscles as well as the mind. Today I have for you 3 simple exercises that can relax the body and mind, increase circulation, and improve flexibility and range of motion. It's all done through the movement of your elbows. Sitting comfortably in your chair, feet shoulder width apart. Bring the elbows back and down, stretching your chest muscles, holding for 5 seconds. Then bring your elbows forward, entwining your fingers, wrists forward as well, maintaining that alignment and posture, and reaching to stretch the muscles in through your shoulders, upper back, and neck. The last exercise is bringing the elbows back towards your body and then bringing the elbow up across your chest, gently working the elbow to the opposite shoulder. Holding for 5 seconds, stretching your shoulders and upper back. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Repeat the sequence of the chest stretch, upper back, neck and shoulder stretch, and shoulder stretch for 10 repetitions. This stretching activity, if it's done throughout the day, will not only relax the body and mind, but increase circulation, flexibility, range of motion, and reduce that stress. And so until next time, be safe and practice wellness.
Thanks, Dr. Murphy. Coming up, Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee knows full well that defending against explosive plays could be the key to Vandy hanging in the game against Alabama tomorrow. And we were on hand when the Crimson Tide departed for Nashville. They took the buses over to the airport. We got the video of the Bama players getting on board next in sports. Alabama football departing the Malmore complex this afternoon right around 4:25, getting on the buses to head over to the airport for the flight to Vanderbilt. That was the star freshman wide receiver Ryan Williams getting on and getting ready to go. Man, what a start to his career, as good as advertised. Jalen Milroe, he is the QB, and he is the man that is large and in charge. You see Tim Keenan right there as well, and doing a little pose there. Team buses, as we said, pulled out a little after 4:25 and headed on over to the airport. They flew into Nashville, and they will lay low tonight and then get ready for the big game tomorrow at 3:15 Central Time at First Bank Stadium. And good evening, everybody. I'm Gary Harris, TGIF. Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee has studied the explosive plays that Alabama made against Georgia. He understands full well the level of athleticism his defense will be up against, but expects his players to be in the right defensive positions.
You know, I don't want to look up on Saturday and see, you know, situations come up where, you know, we have one-on-one shots and there's no one in the vicinity to help. You know, we need to make sure not only are we in dominant position on those routes, but that whoever is meant to be the second man in is both tightening the window that the quarterback has to throw the ball and helping to down the ball in situations where there's a circus catch made and the receiver stays on his feet.
Unusually great, having uncommon qualities, extraordinary, exceptional, remarkable. Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer and the Crimson Tide football team recognized the legend Eddie Conyers on Thursday morning. Let's congratulate Eddie, who's 96 years young and has been an Alabama practice official since 1962. That means he was hired by Coach Bryant. He's worked under 9 Alabama head coaches, just remarkable, and he's still going strong. Thursday night college football last night. Troy hosting Texas State. Troy first-year head coach Gerard Parker. It's been a long year for the Trojans. Bobcats already up and then looking for more. Jordan McLeod finds Jaden Williams in the end zone. It's 14-0 Bobcats. Trojans struggling to find life on offense, but maybe the defense can step up. McLeod's pass is tipped at the line, and Troy linebacker Jordan Stringer comes down with the interception. And that kind of jump-started the offense. The Trojans, just one win on the season. Tucker Kilcrease lobs it up to Lamb Parker, who gets it despite good coverage there and lets the DB know about it. 22-yard gain. And then 2 plays later, Kilcrease rolling right, whips it into Mojo Dortch. And that made it a 14-7 game, but it was all Texas State. They go on to beat Troy last night, 38-17, the final. Well, ESPN is reporting the NFL will not have a role in deciding when Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa can return to the field following the 3rd diagnosed concussion of his NFL career. Other than the NFL and NFLPA's enforcement of concussion protocol, Tagovailoa's decision will be guided by outside medical experts, and it will be up to Tua and the Dolphins. It'll be their decision on whether or not he returns to play this season. And they certainly could use him, I'll tell you that. And Football Friday coming up tonight. We got it for you here. More of your high school scores and highlights, feature stories, more on Bama and Vanderbilt. That's tonight at 10:30 here on WVUA 23. And Jabari, as always, we are ready to go. We'll have that for you coming up tonight at 10:30.
Always exciting. All right, Garrett, thank you. Stick around. We're coming right back. Well, coming up on the news at 10, FEMA fears there's a funding shortfall for Helene relief victims. Find out what President Joe Biden says he may do about it. And the Walker County Sheriff's Office is ready to assist in a search and rescue and deliver much needed help to the devastated areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Eastern Tennessee. We have those stories and much more tonight at 10 o'clock. Football Friday tonight.
Yeah, and also 10 o'clock sports, we'll have our weekly Alabama preview as Alabama gets ready to play Vanderbilt. Then, as you said, and Richard says it's going to stay dry for us tonight, so we'll be ready to go at 10:30.
All right, Richard.
Rain's out of here. In fact, for tomorrow, let's check out that game day forecast. Bama taking on Vandy over in Nashville. 84, going to be a warm game. 3:15 kickoff, lots of sun. And Auburn taking on Georgia. 2:30 kickoff, got low 80s for that game over in Athens. Going to be a warm game, partly sunny there. Again, the weekend going to be quite hot, upper 80s likely, but there is hope on the horizon. Looking next week, Tuesday through Friday, highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s.
All right, Richard Garrett, thank you. That's it for us. Have a great weekend.
See you.